Hey, what is going on, guys? It is TemperAlliance, and today in this video we're going to be talking about more about E3, and this time I'm going to be talking about the PlayStation 4 side instead of the Xbox One. If you haven't watched that, then there'll be an annotation on screen, and it'll send you straight to the video where I was talking about Xbox One and all about what they were talking about at E3, which was mostly games, of course, because it's E3. But in this video I'm going to be talking about PlayStation 4. Now, it's actually my very first time watching E3 for the PlayStation 4 because, you know, like for every year, Xbox is always updated with their, you know, how should I say, it's like customers or gamers, something like that. Like they would put this little message on your screen saying, you know, E3 for Xbox, and then you can watch it live on the console or on their website, you know, there. And you know, like that what makes me watch Xbox E3, and then I'm always thinking about sure, I need to watch the PlayStation side, but then after a while I just keep on forgetting. But this time I just had it like since it was about the next gen console, I just had it all up in my mind. I was like, alright, I have to watch it, which turned out really good. And since it was my very first time watching it, I was thinking, is the PlayStation 4 E3 more important than the Xbox side? Because, you know, at the very start, when they were live streaming, and by the way, I didn't watch it when they were live streaming. I watched it on demand, and you know, I was thinking, like, is it more important? Because at the very start there was like these few people, like they were pretty much talking like news reporters, like they were interviewing people. They were like interviewing some game or something like that. Like they were talking about it before the press conference was actually starting, and I was thinking, like, that never happens for the Xbox side, because they normally just jump in straight to it. Or, you know, once you watch it when you're like live streaming, it'll have like a 10-minute countdown, then they'll go straight into it. But for PlayStation, they had like this little interview with their microphones. There was like so many people talking about it before, and you know, and then they're like, oh, back down to the studio or something like that. I just found it really funny, because first time watching it for the PlayStation side, and you know, just watching that, it really turned out great. But there, you know, for their E3, there were so many games to show. There were so many people playing the games. You know, when people play the games on stage, just to show you what the game's gonna be like when you first get it. Like normally the producers and all that really normally plays the game. So yeah, so there were so many people playing the game, which turned out really good. And the stage was so long though. It was actually unbelievable. Like for the Xbox stage, it was like really square and short, but for the PlayStation, it was long. It was like a little round kind of. It was like a round stage, but like they didn't really use all of the stage. Like when people came out to talk about the PlayStation or for the games or for the apps, what they're like introducing in the PlayStation 4, they were normally standing right in the middle of the stage. Like they wouldn't normally use all of it. So I was like, what was the point of making a very long stage, like for so much room for people to walk around just to present their game, when they're only just going to use the middle? I thought it was really stupid. But then during the E3, there was when they were introducing arcade games or indie games or whatever they were showing, I kind of forgot. There was different people playing each game, and there was like a big screen at the very top of them, and there was like smaller screens all around the stage. So they were using so many screens, and you know, and then when they're introducing the indie game, there's each person playing a game, and there was like there was a game on what they were playing on the screen behind them, which was insane. And I actually really liked that because, you know, like for the Xbox side, you wouldn't really get that much. Like they would normally just talk about the game. They would normally talk about, oh, it's only coming exclusively and all that, which is really good. But for the PlayStation side, you know, they were just playing so many games, so much to talk about. There was actually so many trailers as well. For the Xbox, there was only like a few, but on the PlayStation, there were so many, and they were talking about you know, some bits about the PlayStation as well, but it was mostly about games. And there were some screw ups as well when they were introducing Assassin's Creed 4 for the PlayStation. When the guy was playing the game, it just kept on freezing and going and freezing and going on him, and at the very end it just stopped completely, and they just had to move on. They told him just to get off the stage. Well, we didn't really listen, but I think I heard him say, you know, oh, am I done? And he had to leave the stage so they can move on, because, you know, it just kept on freezing and kept on going, which was a really big screw up. So I didn't know what was worse, that or the Battlefield 4 when the trailer wouldn't, or the gameplay trailer or whatever you call it, wouldn't like properly play on the screen, which was a big disaster. But you know, like these kind of screw ups really happen. Like it happens probably like every year, but you know, it doesn't really matter. And then there was a little bit of a screw up when Bungie was there, when they're introducing their game called Destiny. There was a little bit of freezing happening, but not as much as the Assassin's Creed 4. That game looked really good. I'm not really a big fan of the Assassin's Creed game because I never played 1, 2. I played Brotherhood, that turned out really, really good. I really never played any of the Assassin's Creed games ever, except for Brotherhood, which turned out really good, so I might like Assassin's Creed 4, but I wouldn't really get the storyline because now it's about pirates and all that. So I'm like, okay, I'm completely confused, which means I have to play the Assassin's Creed game on where it left off. And then they're like introducing this new guy, so for me it's very confusing, but for most Assassin's Creed fans, they'll probably get the story completely. So yeah, so I really need to catch up on that. And for Destiny, it looks really good as well. It looks a bit Halo-y actually, because you know Bungie are the people who made it, so Bungie are returning, but not just for one console, they're doing it for Xbox and PlayStation 4 as well. So for Halo, it was only available on the Xbox, but now they returned and they're doing it for both consoles, which is really good. And like I said, the game looks really Halo-y, but it looks really good as well, so I might be. So once that comes out, I'll probably get it, because you know I love their Bungie games, I love all the Halo games. So you know Destiny has to be good because Bungie made it and it looks a bit Halo-y, so you know I have to love this game, and it looks really good as well. And then there was some other people playing, and then after like a few minutes when they were playing the game, more people came onto the stage and they started playing, and you know they were talking to each other, and you know it was actually unbelievable, and I actually couldn't believe it. And there was one thing when I forgot his name was, but one of the head for Sony or something, that when they're talking about the PlayStation 4, if you watched it then you know what I'm on about, but if not then you're pretty much going to be confused. But I do suggest though on try and find it on the internet. I found mine on the internet, so you try and find yours on the internet. It's like a 2-hour long live stream, or on demand really, it should be there somewhere. So yeah, so it's the PlayStation 4 press conference, but they were pretty much going after Microsoft when I was watching it, because the head, or whoever he was, that was talking about the PlayStation 4, he pretty much was targeting Microsoft, because you know there has been a lot of news about the Xbox One, which I will explain in the next video because I won't really have time, and I kind of want to make it a separate video. They were pretty much targeting Microsoft, Sony was, when they were saying PlayStation 4 supports used games. You can sell it on, you can trade it into a retailer, you can lend it to a friend, or you can keep it forever. So you know he was pretty much targeting Microsoft there, which Microsoft might be feeling a little bit embarrassed. But anyway, they were pretty much targeting Microsoft with that, which the crowd went absolutely wild when they were saying, when after he said that, which was it was actually really funny, because the crowd went wild. And then he said, you know, PlayStation 4 does not require internet connection to make the system work. The crowd went even louder. They were so happy when they heard that. It was just unbelievable. And also that he said that it doesn't, you can play offline whenever you want, because it doesn't involve internet connection. And the crowd went absolutely insane. And you know, and the guy who introduced it laughed at himself. You know, like he was like so happy to, you know, get their reaction, because you know he wasn't really expecting it, and they pretty much target Microsoft just by saying that. And they also introduced new things like Xbox is partnered with Twitch for live streaming. You can live stream on the Xbox, and the PS4 is partnered with Ustream, so they can stream on the PlayStation 4. So they're pretty much partnered with different companies, Ustream and Twitch. Twitch is like the #1 website to live stream, and Ustream is probably like the second, so Xbox kind of won that there. But the PlayStation 4 E3 looked absolutely unbelievable, and I actually want to watch another one as well. And also, they made this 20-second tutorial on how to share your games. You know, they pretty much target Microsoft as well. It was pretty much a 20-second one. One guy goes, "This is the 20-second tutorial on how to share your game. Step 1, sharing the game." Next man, then here you go, and he goes, "Thanks." You know, they pretty much target Microsoft. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like, so I appreciate it when you give this video a like, and also subscribe as well if you want to see videos like this in the future. And also leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys think. Do you like E3 or whatever? Just leave a comment down below. And also, that's actually pretty much it. Once again, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.